Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Tennessee Smokies Wicked Weed Brewing pregame show. I'm Ben Slotnick. We'll have Mick Gillespie and Richie Giuliano on the call live from Smokies Stadium for Game 5 of a 6-game series between the Montgomery Biscuits, the AA affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Tennessee Smokies, the AA affiliate of the Chicago Cubs. First pitch will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The Tennessee Smokies broadcast pregame show is brought to you by Wicked Weed Brewing. Wicked Weed is the official craft beer of the Tennessee Smokies. Since 2012, Wicked Weed has been pushing the envelope, crafting unique beers with bold flavors for the forward drinker. Find your new favorite at Smokies Stadium or at a local retailer. Last night, the Montgomery Biscuits snapped their 4-game skid and 10-game losing streak in games played at Smokies Stadium with a 6-5 win over the Smokies. The Biscuits scored 2 runs in the top of the first inning on a Blake Hunt RBI double and Alexander Ovalles RBI single. Ovalles exited the game after the single from an injury and was replaced by Mason Auer. In the bottom half of the inning, B.J. Murray hit a solo home run to cut the lead in half. Then in the top of the third, Smokies starting pitcher Cole Franklin's first 2 batters faced flew out, but a 2-out rally would ensue. Austin Shenton walked, and the next 3 pitches were all singles. Hunt singled, moving Shenton to second. Auer singled home Shenton, and Infante singled home Hunt to give the Biscuits a 4-1 advantage. In the top of the fourth, for the second straight inning, Franklin retired his first 2 batters, but then came another 2-out rally. Gianti Turner singled for his first career AA hit, and then 2 pitches later, Alika Williams broke out of his 13 at-bat hitless streak with a 2-run home run, extending the Biscuits' lead to 5 runs. Down 6-1 in the bottom of the 6th, the Smokies started their comeback with a pair of runs. Pete Crow Armstrong and B.J. Murray both hit solo home runs. Then after stretch time, Crow Armstrong singled home a run to bring the Smokies to within 2. Chase Strumpf hit a solo shot, the 4th Smokies solo home run of the game, to cut the lead to 6-5 for Montgomery. Then in the bottom of the 9th, with a runner on first and 2 outs, Crow Armstrong grounded out to the shortstop Alika Williams to end the game. Despite allowing 3 earned runs in 2 1/3 innings pitched, Biscuits reliever Victor Munoz was the winning pitcher. In their first career AA appearances, Biscuits closer Fernando DaCosta recorded the save, while Smokies starting pitcher Cole Franklin was the losing pitcher. All right, it's time for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll introduce tonight's starting lineups, team notes, and the Hampton Inn and Suites keys to the game. More Smokies baseball coming up next. Welcome back to the Tennessee Smokies Wicked Weed Brewing pregame show. I'm Ben Slotnick from the Smokies Baseball Broadcasting Center. The 5th of a 6-game series between the Biscuits and Smokies is coming up in just a few minutes, but first, it's time to introduce tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Montgomery Biscuits at 15-16 overall, 3rd place in the Southern League South, 4 games behind 2nd place Biloxi and 5 games behind 1st place Pensacola. Leading off for the Biscuits, tied for the most Southern League doubles with 10, shortstop Alika Williams. Batting second, the 3rd baseman Austin Shenton. Batting third, the catcher Blake Hunt. Batting cleanup, the Southern League best .317 batting average, right fielder Logan Driscoll. The center fielder batting 5th, Mason Auer. Left fielder batting 6th, Diego Infante. Designated hitter batting 7th, Heriberto Hernandez. Batting 8th, the first baseman Evan Edwards. And batting 9th, second baseman Gianti Turner. Starting on the mound for the Biscuits is the 21-year-old right-handed pitcher Anthony Molina, 0-2 overall with a 6.86 ERA in 6 starts. In his only start against the Smokies on April 14th, Molina had his most accurate outing of the season. In 4 innings pitched, he allowed 1 earned run on 1 hit, which was a Jordan Wogu solo home run. 41 of Molina's 57 pitches, 72%, were strikes. Mason Auer entered the game last night as a pinch runner for Alexander Ovalles, who injured himself rounding first base after hitting an RBI single. Auer went 1 for 3 with with an RBI single and a stolen base. He also replaced him defensively in center field, which is where he will play tonight as well. And prior to Alika Williams' 2-run homer in the 4th inning, he was 0 for 13 on the series with just 1 strikeout. His 2-run shot turned out to be the Biscuits' game-winning hit. 9 of the Biscuits' last 10 games have been decided by 3 runs or fewer, including each of the first 4 games of this series. Since starting the year 7-1 in games decided by 3 runs or fewer, the Biscuits have since lost 8 of 13 games decided by fewer than 4 runs. Now the starting lineup for the Tennessee Smokies at 18-13 overall, first place in the Southern League North, 3 games ahead of the second place Chattanooga Lookouts. Leading off in center field, Pete Crow Armstrong. Batting second, the shortstop Luis Vasquez. Batting third with a Southern League best .574 slugging percentage, right fielder Owen Casey. Batting cleanup, third baseman Chase Strump. Batting fifth on a 21-game on-base streak, first baseman B.J. Murray. The designated hitter batting sixth, Hayden McGarry. Batting seventh, playing at second base, Andy Weber. Batting eighth, the catcher Pablo Aliendo. And batting ninth, left fielder Bradley Beasley. Starting on the mound for the Smokies is the 23-year-old left-hander out of Kansas State, Jordan Wicks. He's 2-0 with a 2.39 ERA in 6 starts. In his last start on May 7th at Rocket City, Wicks allowed 1 unearned run on 1 walk, 1 hit batter, and 4 strikeouts in 5 no-hit innings pitched. Since allowing 8 runs on 11 hits in his first 6 1/3 innings pitched, Wicks has surrendered just 4 runs on 7 hits in his last 20 innings of work. Smokies pitching allowed 1 walk yesterday, which is their fewest single-game walks allowed this season. The bullpen duo of Blake Whitney and Hunter Biggie was nearly untouchable. In 5 shutout and walkless innings pitched, they allowed 2 hits and struck out 5. And since hitting just 1 home run in his first 76 AA at-bats, B.J. Murray has homered 5 times in his last 27 ABs, including a pair of solo home runs last night. Although Luis Vasquez is batting .302 on the season, he has struggled immensely against the Montgomery Biscuits. The Smokies' star shortstop is batting .103 with just 3 hits and 29 at-bats, along with 12 strikeouts in 8 games played against the Biscuits. Now it's time for our keys to the game, brought to you by Hampton Inn and Suites. The Hampton Inn and Suites, located just behind Smokies Stadium, is the proud host hotel of the Tennessee Smokies. First key is not to get fancy pitching to the bottom of the Biscuits order. The 7 through 9 batters of the Montgomery order are 3 for 32 with 1 walk in the last 3 games. One of those 3 hits was an infield single from Gianti Turner last night. The second key is to take advantage of scoring opportunities. Smokies hitters are 3 for 22, batting .136 with runners in scoring position in their last 3 games. Last night in the bottom of the 5th, the Smokies had second and third with nobody out and failed to score. In a 1-run loss, that's a major failed opportunity to look back on. And the third and final key is to have better reads on the base paths. The Smokies are 12 for their last 20 stolen base attempts, which is a 60% success rate since starting the season. 23 for 29, a 79% success rate. All right, that wraps up the Tennessee Smokies Wicked Weed Brewing pregame show. When we come back, we will have Mick Gillespie and Richie Giuliano on the call live from Smokies Stadium. Game 5 of Biscuits versus Smokies is coming up next.